Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I will never copy another person's work, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that the message does make sense to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. Today, I'm doing a Pisces reading. I know that I am a little late getting to you, Pisces, but life happens. And so with that being said, here I am getting with you today. I'm doing a Pisces reading. Anyone who follows this platform, you definitely understand that I have to put the cards on, put the camera facing down on the desk so that you can watch me shuffle, you can watch me cut, and you can watch the cards as they fall out. I do that so that you can see that my cards are not hand-picked, you know. So let us begin this Pisces reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I sincerely do. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone enjoyed their day today, whatever you was doing. I hope you enjoyed it, you know. Let's speak about Pisces. This is a water sign. They're my cousins because I'm a Cancer. Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios are all water signs. Pisces people, they are very dreamy people, poetic, psychic, spiritual, very forgiving of others. They're empathetic, impressionable. That means they make their mark long-lasting. They're very impressionable, imaginative, and they are also elusive. Their symbol is the fish, bound together, but also swimming in opposite directions, which simply means that their mission is integrating the spiritual and material worlds. The fish is a symbol of unity, sacrifice, transformation, just as well as wisdom. Pisces planetary ruler, as we all know, is Neptune. The planet known for its ocean blue colors. And I said this in my last reading. Neptune is the Roman god of the sea, and his counterpart in Greek mythology is Poseidon. In astrology, Neptune represents unity, transcendence, and the numinous. Jupiter, which is representing growth, good fortune, growth and good fortune, you know. So if you are a Pisces, you understand what I'm talking about, just as well as faith are all the signs that represent the traditional ruler. Pisces is a water element, as I said earlier, which embraces the fluid of emotion, reflection, and nonlinear understanding. Your modality is mutable, Pisces. Pisces, you should focus on areas of the body that are associated with you, such as the feet, which connect you to the earth, as I said in my last Pisces reading. This connects with Capricorn, as we know Capricorn is an earth element. The immune and lymphatic systems, your body's sentries against infection and disease. The pineal gland, which synthesizes the hormone melatonin and is associated with the third eye and heightened psychic abilities in several different traditions. I'm not an astrologer, but let me just say this. I do tap into astrology. I don't do charts for people because it's very tedious work. But if you're interested in finding a great astrologer, I know a few, and I'm not going to front. They are expensive. They really are. But I know two personally, right? But we'll dive into that on a later note. Pisces, it's important for you to use your psychic abilities as an awareness of the body, mind, spirit, connection, and innate sense of compassion are your resources that can and should be used when facing any health challenges. Pisces, protect your vital energy. It is so important for you to protect your vital energy. You are instantly a caring person. This is one of your greatest gifts. You have a desire to heal the woes and worries of the world around you. This can cause a weak spot in your body. You have a tendency to give away a lot of time and space to people, which can deplete your vital reserves and make you more prone to illness. Pisces, you are sensitive to others' suffering, that you may sometimes absorb their distress. Let me just say that. You are very sensitive to others. For instance, let's just say, I'm giving you an example only. If your friend has a stomach ache, and it may not be uncommon for you to then feel cramps coming on. Pisces, it's important to remember that compassion begins at home. And do you guys know what home is? Home is the shell of us. Home is the inside of us. I'm not talking about home as a dwelling. I'm talking about home as in your body, your mind, your soul. So it is so important for you to protect home. You must protect your energy and wellness at all times, as opposed to solely focusing on everyone's else. Eat consciously. Don't overindulge. Eat consciously. You may rely on caffeine, sugar, and other substances to bolster your mood and energy level. Be careful, because this can exacerbate feelings of spaciness as well as physical and emotional exhaustion. Simply think twice before ordering that second cup of coffee, or that second cup of latte, or that second cup of tea. Caffeine is not your best friend. It's your friend, but it's not your best friend. Pisces, also be careful with alcoholic beverages, as well as you know that this is only temporary relief. It can only provide you with temporary reprieve from your emotional woes. A lot of Pisces people, you think that if you have a drink or two or three, that is going to make your problems magically disappear. And that's not so. That's not so. And you know that. So just be careful, because after those drinks, and they may get you in trouble, your problems are still going to be there. They're not going to disappear. Now, let's speak about other things. Let's get into the heart of it. Like foods, fish and shellfish can play an important role in your diet. Yes. The protein these foods provide can give you long-running energy, and their zinc can help support your immune system. Anti-inflammatory omega-3s most concentrated in fish, such as salmon, sardines, and herring, may promote heart health, help with mood disorders, and they can contribute to radiant skin and hair. These are foods that are good for my water signs, not just Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio as well. Sea vegetables. I know you're like, well, what is sea vegetables? Sea vegetables, they're also known as seaweed, which I do love, can be beneficial as well, Pisces. So if you need salt for flavor of your food, using a derived form of evaporated seawater rather than land-based salts will be good for you. Sea salt. Pisces, take some time to relax. Make this a priority for you in your life. Meditation, swimming, walking can all be beneficial to you, Pisces. It's important for you to take some you time for yourself because, Pisces, I call you the mystical fish. You are the mystical fish, always wanting to help everyone else, always soaking in the energy of everyone else. But you have to and you must always protect yourself. Protect your energy. It's so important for you to protect your energy, Pisces. Let's get to this reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I have already cleansed my space before I came to this reading. It's always important that I do so. You should, anytime that you watch any tarot reading, thank you so much. Thank you for the rose. Anytime that you watch any tarot reader, whether it be myself or anyone else, you should always cleanse your home, your energy. You don't know me, I don't know you. However, I don't want your energy in my home. Even if I knew you, I may not like you, and I don't want your energy in my home. Anytime that you watch a psychic on these live platforms, anytime you watch a medium or a tarot reader, you should always protect the energy of your home, as I always have to protect the energy of my home. You know what I mean? And that's real talk. Let's get to this Pisces reading. Listen, y'all see my belly a little bit? I have on a crop top and I do let the belly hang a little bit. I don't have fupa and I don't have booty do. However, I do have a tummy, so you may see it in this video, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's get to this Pisces reading. Pisces, I hope you're doing well. Protect your energy, the mystical fish. You know, Pisces, you're my cousin. I'm a Cancer. Scorpios, they're also our cousin. Your energy is fluid, very fluid, always soaking in the energies of other people. And you have to learn how to protect your energy. Always on the go, wanting to help everyone, taking in the energy of everyone else. As I said earlier, let's just say if you were standing next to someone and they said, hey, Pisces, I have a stomach ache, right? And while you're standing there talking to them, all of a sudden your stomach may start to cramp up. That's because you always soak in the energy of people around you. Once again, let me give you the best example so you can start protecting yourself, Pisces. If one of your friends said, hey, I have a headache, and as you're standing there talking to them on the phone, your head begins to start hurting mildly. You soak in the energy of people. You must at all times protect your energy. And how do you do that? Anytime that you speak to someone, always say to the universe, protect me from the north, the east, the west, and the south. Anytime that I'm around anyone, I always ask the universe to protect me, because as a Cancer, I'm a water sign. My energy is fluid as well. I don't want your energy. If you have a headache, I want you to keep your headache to yourself. If you have a stomach ache, I want you to keep your stomach ache to yourself. I don't want to soak in those energies. And it took me a long time to learn how to balance that energy, right? Because as a water sign, I care, and sometimes care for the wrong people or care too much. But It took some years, let me tell you, of being able to block my energy from people. But let's get to this reading. Pisces, protect your energy. Stop soaking in the woes of others. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Pisces. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. If this reading is for a male, I will say so. If the reading is for a female, I will say so. Understand, if I don't say anything at all, we all have masculine and also feminine energies. We have masculine and feminine energies. If the reading is for you, Pisces, it'll be for you from the beginning to the end of the reading. If the reading is not for you, I wouldn't listen to anything that's not for me. I wouldn't listen to something that I have to try to make it make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you as I begin the reading, I promise you I would not listen to anything that doesn't make sense to me, and it's not going to hurt my feelings for you to click off. This is another way to protect your energy, you know? As my grandmother would say, the reading will be for you from the rooter to the tutor, from the beginning to the end, if it's your reading. You don't have to make any situation fit. Spirit guys, thank you so much. Pisces, that was quick. Let's see. This just in. Pisces, this just in. Spirit is asking that you be patient about a particular situation. Divine timing has the last say in this. I know that anytime someone hears the word divine time, you get a little perturbed, you get a little annoyed, right? Because you're like, I need it to happen right now. Spirit is asking that you be patient, that you learn how to practice patience. Spirit is asking that you be patient about this particular situation, because divine timing has the last say. Divine timing has the last say. Breaking news, Pisces. Spirit says, choose wisely. Be mindful that the decisions you make may have a positive or a negative effect on you and or others around you. Spirit wants you to choose wisely, Pisces. Listen, these two cards coincide with one another. The very first card that you received was for you to be patient about a particular situation. Divine timing has the last say. So let's just say if you've been meditating, asking the universe for something specifically for you, or let's just say for my prayer warriors, if you've been praying about something and you want that outcome to be right here, right now, Spirit is saying that it's going to happen, but in divine timing. So sometimes when we receive a card like this, it's for you to learn how to be patient, not to be impulsive. Know that it's coming. This is a test of strength, let me tell you. So breaking news, Spirit says, choose wisely. Be mindful that the decisions you make may have a positive or negative effect on you or others around you. So in this particular situation that you're waiting for a certain outcome, you have to understand that the universe is not going to do it by his or herself, whatever you want to define the universe as, male or female. However, it's all energy, let me just tell you. But we have to do the work. Let me just explain it like this. There's a lottery tonight. Everybody's sitting around, oh, I hope it's me. I hope it's me. Well, how you hope it's you if you didn't go purchase a ticket? So in order for it for it to be you, but definitely for me, I need to go and purchase that ticket. Because you have to be in it to win it. You can't expect the universe to magically put a ticket in your home. So you have to be mindful that you need to make a decision The universe is going to back you up no matter what decision you make. But when making this decision, you have to know that it can be positive or negative on others around you. So now that you know that it can be a positive and it can be a negative, what is best for you, Pisces? Because that's the whole point of it all. What's best for you? You're always putting people first, always trying to help out the people around you. But what's best for you? What do you need, Pisces? What do you need for you? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a Pisces cousin. What's best for you? Because you never think about you. You think about the needs of others first. So, Pisces, what's best for you? You may need to go take that walk. You may need to go take that swim. Or you may need to meditate on this decision. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Pisces. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Oh, let's take out the ones that came out first. Oh, I had thought about doing a ancient pyramid 9-card spread, and I didn't do it. Although I think we need to turn this around. Let's turn this around. No, you know what, Pisces, we're going to come back to you. I'm going to have to leave it the way that it came. And I know I promised I did, my last reading was an ancient pyramid as well, but I haven't done a Pisces reading in 2 weeks. But I'll get back at you this week and do that reading for you. I said I was going to start switching up some things, so let's just get back to this. Thank you so much. We had 3 cards that came out, and I'm going to place them in the order that they came out. Let me tell you, I don't do reversals, right? Because this is not a personal reading. If this was a personal reading, I would most definitely do the reversal because that's an intimate reading between you and I. But right here, this reading is for the masses. So I'm not going to take any reversals. We're starting off with angel number 2. Each number is an angel number. Let me just say that. Every number is an angel number, but we're starting off with angel number 2. And it simply means that your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. That's one thing about Pisces. You are protected. Even though a lot of you Pisces live in your head like Aquarius, you live in your head, not always paying attention. Let's just say if you have on a nice pair of high heels or a nice pair of men's shoes, when you go for a walk, you're always bumping into something, even in the house, stubbing your toe, hitting it on the couch, the bed, whatever the case may be, because you live in your head, not always paying attention because you're living in your head. The worries of the world aren't going to go away, and you can't solve everybody's problem. One of the things you should do is meditate, go for a walk, or go swimming, Pisces. But Pisces people are very dreamy people, very imaginative. Very imaginative people. You're always in your head. But this number 2 is letting you know that your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. You are most definitely divinely protected. There's a situation, you want to rush to it. You want the answers quickly. No ifs, no ands, no buts or suppose. You want to know how is it going to be. Spirit is saying that you have to really make this decision. And whatever decision you make, understand that it can be positive And it can also be negative, but whatever decision you make, they have your back 1000%. The number 2 is a powerful number that means inner peace, positive energy, and finding your divine purpose. Within this, you have to find your divine purpose. What decision are you going to make for yourself, Pisces? Angel number 2 represents cooperation and balance. So have faith and never give up, no matter how difficult things may seem or may appear to be at this present time. There's a decision that's needed and you must make it. We have the number 20. This is the marriage card. So Pisces, you could be married. You could be thinking about marriage, but we have to go a little further. You are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. So we have to look at this situation in two ways, Pisces. Let's just say you're married. And with you being married, you want more of something. Maybe more from your person. You want more. Whatever that more is for you. Spirit is telling you that emotionally, the two of you will be stronger. Your person will be able to do all the things that you want them to do. A lot of people have a hard time showing their emotions. A lot of people don't even know how to show their emotions. And Pisces, for you, that could be a problem because that's what you want. You want someone that's in alignment with you. But we don't always get to be with people who are in alignment with us. That's why it's called building. You share your wants, your needs, your desires. They share their wants, their needs, and their desires. And then what do? You meet each other in the middle. Or you give that person 100 and they give you 100. And then there's no meeting in the middle. Everything is in alignment. But let's just take it here for my single Pisces. My single Pisces, you may be thinking about marriage. Absolutely. You may be thinking about, hey, I'm getting older. I need to stop being in these streets and I need to make a decision because I'm getting here. That you may have a choice between two people, right? Choose wisely, my single Pisces. But let's dive into this number 20. The number 20 indicates one who has infinite potential when it comes to relationships or negotiations. Sounds familiar? What we're talking about when it comes to this marriage thing? Talk, discuss, say what you need. And they too allow them to express themselves. When you see the number 20, you will know that you're being helped by your angels and bringing projects to completion, usually group projects. If you're in a relationship, that's you and your partner. That's a group. That's more than one, right? If you are single, as I said, you have a choice between two people, and that's a group project because Pisces, I know you're busy. It's not easy to juggle, let me tell you, but the vibration of the number 20 is expressed when there is a strong need to learn patience. Do you hear me though? There's a need for you to learn patience. Because remember the first card, the very first card that came out, this just in. So your spiritual team is asking that you be patient about a particular situation. Divine timing has the last say. Now, I'm going to put this video on my YouTube platform. And you remember I said someone needs to practice patience. This number 2 is being patient with your partner if you're married. However, if you are single and you need to pick between the two people, you must be patient so that you can make the right decision for yourself. The vibration of the number 20 is expressed when there is a strong need to learn patience so that the appropriate actions can be properly carried out, Pisces. The number 2 is about being a part of a group and harmonious companionships. The number 2 does not like being alone. So the marriage, if you're married, you feel alone with your partner, just tell your partner, male or female, hey, this is what I need. This is what I desire. Can you meet me somewhere in the middle? And then allow them to express themselves as well. Sometimes we think, even when you're married, that you're the only one married. And you think that you could just spit out to your person, hey, I. But I thought it was we. We supposed to speak French over here. We monsieur, monsieur. You understand what I'm saying? Speak to your person. Because you don't like being alone, but you're feeling alone within the marriage. Now, if you're single, Pisces, and you have a choice between two people, which one of them makes you feel good? Which one of them makes you feel comfortable? Which one of them that doesn't make you question if this is right or wrong? And then there's your answer. The number 2 doesn't like being alone. And you're going to find yourself alone, my single Pisces, if these two people find out about each other. But Pisces, you're so brave. You may have said to them, look, I'm juggling. I'm talking to both of y'all. I'm trying to make a decision. And if you don't make a decision, they're both going to walk away. Let me just tell you that. Let me tell you, they're both going to end up walking away. It never turns out well. You know, but the 0 following the number 2 makes the number 20 more successful at relationships, since 0 is all about the completion of a cycle and awareness of the possible. Listen, it's possible for you to have what it is you desire, my single Pisces, within one of these people. Now, you may say this person has this and this one has that. Well, guess what? If one only has a little of something and the other one only has a little of something, let them both go. So you can find that one person that has it all. And then while you're on the search, keep me informed, because you're not going to find that person that has it all, because there's no such thing as perfection. You know, every relationship is going to have its ups and downs, but you got to be careful with this one if you're single and you're juggling too, because I see you can lose them both. We have the number 33, which is the unicorn. Success is the unicorn spirit. Hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. If whatever you believe, Pisces, is all available to you. Do you believe that you can have these two people? Listen, that's a whole another level of believing. Let me tell you, if you think you can have these two and it's going to work itself out in the end, that's a whole nother level of belief, because somebody is going to get tired. Someone is going to become jealous of the next. It's a dangerous situation. I'm just telling you from this side of the field, from this side of this round. Somebody will end up being jealous, and jealousy can turn to a whole lot of stress. Bang, bang. You understand what I'm saying? The angel number 33 is linked to balance, creativity, expression, and building the life that you want. 33 is full of positive energy, as we see here, and is sent by your guardian angels as a form of spiritual guidance to let you know that you can have this new beginning. If you're in a relationship, you can have this new beginning with your person. Open up, speak, tell your person your needs, your desires, your wants, and allow them to express how they feel as well. There's no right, there's no wrong. Your feelings belong to you and their feelings belong to them. If you are single, Pisces, and you are dealing with two people, I'm just saying, one has to go. But keep the hope alive and think that it's going to be okay with two. And even a lot of times when there are marriages, right, where a person can have more than one partner, where they can have two or three, somebody always gets mad. Time. They're not getting enough time. Emotional support, they're not getting it. You have to be fair to someone here. You have to be fair, but new beginnings could be on the horizon, and you need to trust your intuition because your intuition will guide you to where you need to be on this path. The number 33 means that anything is possible as we see. 33 is a powerful number. It is also a no master number because of its double digits mirroring each other and its powerful vibration. So 33 is linked to creative thinking, deep compassion, spiritual level connections, discipline, and bravery. So when you see this number, know that you are on the right path and your guardian angels are here to help you. This number only shows up, and when it shows up, it could be because an opportune time for change, or because patience is paramount right now in your daily life, because a spiritual meaning that will have major significance is soon to be revealed. So pay attention. Pay very close attention to everything around you. If you have been having hard times recently or dealt with any challenges, you are going to see them start to disappear. You will soon understand that those things were a part of your spiritual growth. You might have felt a little stagnant or too afraid to take risks in life. But let me just tell you, someone here took a risk with having two people. That's bold, right? That's bold. Hit me in my inbox. Let me know how that works for you. But it's bold. You need to take a risk and let somebody go. If you're married, you may have felt like your person isn't giving you all that you need and desire, but that's as simple as a conversation. Or some of you may have been caught up in a toxic relationship. 33 will remind you that heavenly forces are on your side and positive vibrational essence will lead you through. So this, you can finally own the amazing life that you were meant to have. Your angelic energies, they're all around you. Take the time to meditate, to soak it in, the energy to what's around you. Pisces, a lot of you are very psychic, very intuitive people. Use those energies. Listen, everything passes and everything changes, but keep an attitude of optimism. Keeping an attitude of optimism can keep you protected and strong on your journey towards enlightenment. Pay attention to the angel number 33 because it has many meanings and messages that can be applied to all aspects in your life. It can show up with regard to your professional life, your spiritual life, your everyday life, and also your love life. It can be a sign of fresh starts, creative breakthroughs, and celestial forces letting you know that now is a perfect time to chase your dreams. We have the number 16, which is Lion, the Lion card. Lion, when we see it as Leo. So harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion and charge ahead magnificently. Make the best decision for you, Pisces. Thank you for that, Wendy. Thank you for the fire. Thank you. But harness the loyal and protective aura of the lion. Stand in your strength, Pisces, and charge ahead in the wonderful way. We have transformation. This is all about transforming, right? Let me explain something to you about Pisces. And Pisces, this you should know about yourself. Pisces, the fish, I call you the mystical fish. Very magical fish. There are two fishes, right? They're bound together. But the two fish that are bound together, they're also swimming in opposite directions. What is that? That's transformation. That's magic. That you can connect to the realm that's out of this world and the realm in this world. That's a magical essence, a spiritual essence, a divine essence. This is transformation. The number 32, this is transformation. So reach out for the power and the strength to make changes, enrich your life, and become the person you want to be. The Lion card comes right before that. Use your strength. Now, you may be strong enough to pull this off and keep these two people to my single Pisces. You may not need to make a decision, but let me tell you, it never turns out good. And that strength, be bold enough to say to these people, hey, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to this person. I can't make my mind up. And allow them to choose for themselves whether they want to stay or go, whatever your situation is. But to my Pisces that's in a relationship, that's in a marriage, stand in your strength and be brave enough to tell your person, this is what I desire because I feel alone. And you go from there. But we have the number 12, which is the Fool. And I love seeing the Fool card. I really do. One of my favorite cards. But have the courage to embrace change. Transformation, the Fool. Listen, this is all tying together. Have the courage to embrace change. Take risks. Be adventurous. You know, sometimes we get scared to talk to our partner. We get a little nervous because we don't want it to turn into a shouting match. We don't want it to turn into an argument because simple conversations can be misconstrued. And then that causes a person to hold back and not want to talk at all. Be honest. Say what it is. Mean what you say. And sometimes you have to say to your person, hey, I don't want to argue. I don't want to fuss. I don't want to fight, right? And allow your person to express themselves as well. And learn patience. Patience means not to cut them off when they're trying to explain themselves. And then if they need to be taught patience, tell them, hey, let me speak. Let me get my words out as well. This is how you're able to come to a conclusion, a decision. If you're in a relationship and you're trying to figure out which one, meditate on it. Because Spirit says, choose wisely. Be mindful that the decisions you make may have a positive or negative effect on you or others around you. So choose wisely between the two people, because nobody wants to get juggled. Nobody wants to be juggled. I promise you. And if they do know about it, they're probably both waiting for you to make a decision. But if you take too long, trust me, they can find somebody out. There's always somebody for everybody. Let me tell you. We have the Sun. Here comes the Sun. This is the number 30. Open your heart to enormous growth ahead. There's going to be so many changes happening in your life. You may be breaking the chains, freeing yourself from a toxic situation, as I said earlier. And maybe not, but transformation is headed your way. It's time for you to embrace the changes. You know what I've learned to do? Let me tell you something. Sometimes we get caught up in a whirlwind. What I mean a whirlwind is, let's just say, a tornado. And when a tornado comes, a lot of things get sucked up into that tornado. Things that don't belong to be in that tornado. But a tornado pulls anything and everything that's in its path into its grip. Release anything that doesn't belong, that shouldn't be in the path. Anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Anything that makes you feel like it's stagnant energy. Release. So if you're in a relationship and your person has you feeling like you are alone, release the energy of speaking. Use your throat chakra. Say, hey, I need to talk to you. Can we have a conversation? Let your person know what you're feeling so that it can be rectified, whether it's a positive or a negative outcome. Because the negative outcome will be if they don't hear you and if they don't try to understand your feelings. That's a negative outcome. Then you have to be like, hey, should I stay or go? If you're in a relationship and you have to decide between the two people, let me tell you, be bold enough to pick. Be bold enough to pick, because you can't keep these people dangling on a string. But at the end of the day, the sun is going to come out. You're going to have your happiness. So open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Regardless of what's happening here, you're going to have a bright future. You're going to have your happiness. The sun is out. And we have the number 7, which is Cracker. When the Cracker card comes, that's positive energy that surrounds you. That's love, that's joy, and that's good fortune that await. So even if you decide, if you're in a relationship, if you're single dealing with two people trying to make a decision which one you want, even at the end of the day, if you don't want any of it, you're going to have a positive life, because nothing but positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune. Love, joy, and good fortune. But the most important thing I see is for either side, whether you're in a relationship, have the conversation. If you're not in a relationship and you're just getting to know two different people, make a decision which one you want. Which one checks most of your boxes? Which one makes you feel comfortable versus which one makes you feel a little uneasy? You are a psychic. I'm speaking to someone that is in tune to their energies. They recognize red flags in people. You're very intuitive to the people around you. You soak in energy. Whichever energy that makes you a little uncomfortable, that's the energy that you need to let go of. Right? We have the number 35, which is the wish card. I love this. This is the wish card. And your heart's desire is ready to come true. See, all you had to do was be patient and bring this to the forefront. Let me explain. Remember the bonus card that we have is patience. You're going to have nothing but sunshine. Nothing but sunshine. Nothing but happiness. Slow down. Change your attitude and clear your mind, Pisces. Slow down, change your attitude, clear your mind. I told you that some of you may not need that second cup of coffee or that second latte or that second cup of tea. Some of you may not need that alcoholic beverage, right? Let me tell you, some of you just need to meditate, go for a walk, or go for a swim to clear your mind so that you can make the best decision for you. But your heart desire is ready to come true. Patience, the number 24, slow down, change your attitude, and clear your mind so that you can make the best decision for you, Pisces. At the bottom of the deck, we have flowers. Be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. Plain and simple, it's yours. Whatever decision you make, your guardian angels, your spiritual team, your archangels, they have your back. There's no right or no wrong, but what's right is what makes you feel good. What feels good is what doesn't make you question. That's a beautiful thing when you don't have to question. To close off this deck, let's see. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're going to close off this reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you to close off this reading. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message that I possibly can for the sign of Pisces. For whomever needs to hear it, show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. Spirit guides, what message do you have for Pisces to end this reading? What can I burn? Pisces, what can you burn? Thank you so much for the rose. Burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth, which we all know that's that transformation. But in order to transform, let's go backwards. You have to be like Leo, that lion, and muster up that strength, that courage, right? For the transformation. And then after, be that fool and take that leap of faith. Listen, I've been a fool all my life. I'm always ready to take that leap of faith. You understand? I'm the girl. I'm not worried about the directions. I'm just going to go full speed ahead. I'm going straight. I'm all gas, no brakes. Please believe me. But the reminders of what you did wrong and the proof that you are not enough, burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's your cousin. That's Scorpio. Scorpio is the phoenix that rises from the ashes. So borrow a little bit of that energy as well. You are like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Use them. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Sometimes relationships, we stay attached to things longer than we should because we care about what another person thinks. We care about hurting the person's feelings that we want to leave versus caring about our own, what makes us feel good versus what makes us not feel so good at all. We have to, and I say we because I'm speaking as water signs, have to start putting ourselves first. A lot of times we get so attached to friends. We get attached to family. We get attached to co-workers and always worried about another person's needs versus our own. But today's soul action, Pisces, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? I always advise, and I don't give advice, but I always advise, if I could tell anybody anything, is to keep a journal. And journaling is like when you were young and you kept a diary. You journal your feelings so that you can come back to it later to see that if you've made any progress in your life, right? True story, journal. Listen, once upon a time when I was married, and I was married for 20 plus years, I always kept a journal on the day that I was leaving. And that was from the first day that I got married, let me tell you, because I really didn't even want to be married. I was never the girl that thought about the white picket fence or anything like that. I had my kids and I just wanted to be mommy and the kids, right? Never being stuck or attached to anything. But I come from a family that it mattered. It mattered. You have to put your needs first. And I always kept a journal on when I would be leaving. And being that I had children, my youngest, I used to say when she was 18, I was going to leave because she was the last child. So I wanted to give her the same opportunities as her siblings had with a mother and a father. Oh, but one day I said, you ready? I said, damn, Dad, I don't want to wait anymore. I did this long enough, longer than I should. So I went to her first and I said, listen, I want to leave your dad. I said, how do you feel about that? She said, I've been ready for you to leave him. I said, now you have a choice. Stay or go. You could come with me or stay with him. She said, I'm going with you. I said, okay. So I went to the children individually, and the other children were adults. I was like, I'm leaving your dad. And my youngest son said, you should have been left him. And I was like, huh? See, me, I'm caring about the feelings of my children, never knowing that they had wanted me to leave long time ago. So I stayed too long. Journal where you want to be. Journal how you want to be. Journal the change that you see in you in advance. You have to make a choice. The choice that you will no longer let the past define you. The past for me was allowing everyone to have opinion on my life, whether it be my mom, my aunts, whatever the case may be, because my family was all about heirs. You need a husband. You stay no matter what. That's what happened. You stay no matter what. If your person cheats, you stay. If your person puts their hands on you, you stay. And all my family cared about, you got a house, you got a car, you got the motorcycle, you got this, you got that. That's all they cared about because that's what their marriages were like. But one day I said, I don't want none of it. I didn't want any of it anymore. Because if I'm staying for material things, I'd rather not have them at all. And I opened my journal. And I said to my youngest daughter, I said, I got to save. It's time to go. And she was like, okay. And she held every dime that I saved. My mother was sick at the time. And then one day I'm on the phone with my mom. And I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm about to leave. What? You about to leave? You have a nice life. What? Is he going to give you anything? I said, no, I saved my own money. So my daughter runs out of her room. She hears me talking to my mother. And she's like, please don't say anything. I'm like, this is my mom. I could tell her. She said, Ma, don't say anything. I said, girl, shut up. This is my mother. I said, yeah, Ma saved up a few thousand. She was like, you did? I said, yeah. Guess what? A couple of days later, my mother said, I need my steps fixed. Brick steps. I said, how much that's going to cost? She said, about 5,000. I said, what? I was like, I got you. I did it. And my mother, we live like 8 hours apart. She said, can you send me a pizza to the house? So I said, okay, I'll send you a pizza. Send her a pizza. Can you send me some groceries? Put it like this. I sent my mother all the money that I saved and I only had $200 left. $200. And know what I said? I said, I'm leaving on that $200. Fuck that. Whichever way the road takes me, I'm going to leave on that $200. And that's what I did. You have to make a choice. And the choice is to be miserable or not. And I chose, I would rather be miserable than broke than miserable and have money and still not doing the things that I wanted to do. And then the universe said, I got you. Never thought about getting married again. Never thought about dating anybody. I just wanted to live. And the card says, what am I grateful for right now? Let me tell you, I'm going to bring you back full circle. Adopt an abundance mindset. Do you know what an abundance mindset is? And it's not even materialistic things. It's not about financial things. An abundance mindset is to know your strength. That's what an abundance mindset is to know that you are stronger than your situation, than your circumstances. True story. Gratitude is the antidote to all your problems. I was grateful for the good, the bad, and the ugly. No matter what life threw at me, I was always grateful for it. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state of being. When I left, I had $200. I had my youngest daughter, and I had a newborn baby, my grandson. My oldest daughter's child she's like, hey, I'm taking a job. She had just gave birth. And I'm like, I thought you wanted to breastfeed. She's like, I send you milk. I said, well, I'm trying to leave too. She was like, well, when I get settled, I'll send back for the baby. Right? Distractions of life. My grandson, I said, you know what? Let her go. I kept the baby. And I never thought about what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I'm a grandma overnight. I'm a mom all over again. So I have my youngest daughter who's never been around a newborn baby in her life. But the universe said, I got you. And then my ex came and he said, I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to tell the police that your daughter abandoned her baby. I said, bitch, the baby wasn't abandoned. That's my grandchild. He's with his grandma and his aunt. And know what I did? I packed my shit. Packed my grandson's shit. Packed my daughter's shit. And I left with $200. Thank goodness that there was nobody at the toll booth because I would not have had enough money to pay the toll. And the license plates and registration was still in my ex name. So I said, fuck it. I'm not paying none of those tolls because I needed that $200 for gas. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. And I was focused to be successful. I was focused to succeed. I was focused to be good. I knew how to use that energy. I was born with it. I was taught it, and I knew my strength. I didn't call anybody for help. I didn't say, hey, Ma, that money I gave you, that $5,000 for those steps, I need it back right now. I didn't do none of that. I had $200. Know what I did? I called my grandson's mother and I said, I'm on my way to where you are. She said, what? I said, I left, bitch. I'm moving in with you. And that's what I did. I moved in with her. So she thought she was just going to have a baby, dump him off on me. And guess what? I had whole nother plans for her. I came with the baby, her baby. And guess what? I was still the mother. I was the grandmother. My youngest daughter was an aunt and a mother too. So let me tell you, as the card says, close your eyes. Put your hand on your heart and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. Notice the abundance growing within you. And let me tell you, that's what I did. I closed my eyes, took that 200, got on the road because I knew my strength. Know your strength, Pisces. The one thing that you're good at is giving to everyone. Making sure that everybody is good around you, Pisces. That's what you do. You make sure that everybody is okay. And that drains you because you don't say, I'm tired. You don't say, ooh, I've had enough. I need 5 minutes to myself. I need a day to myself. You always, I got you, I got you, I got you, Pisces. And that's when you start to break down the mind, the body, the soul. Now you're sick. Pisces, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of this sickness. Me first. Me first. Me first. No matter who, no matter where, no matter why. Me first. Me first. Me first. Now, one time, I asked my daughter straight up. I had a job. I said, can we work around each other's schedule for the baby? She said, I can't. I need my money. I said, this your son. She was like, I can't. So my youngest daughter and I, we started working around each other's schedules so that the baby would never need a babysitter. And we rocked it out. And we bodied that. We body taking care of my grandson because his mother forgot to be a mother. She made a decision to not be a mother. Notice the abundance growing in you. Say to the universe, I'm ready for it all. Whatever you can throw at me, I'm ready for it all. So let me tell you, in the midst of that, I didn't know which way things were going to go. But I was always knowing that I was going to be good. I was going to be happy no matter what. My mom passes away in the midst of all of that. After my mom passes away, I didn't want to deal with anything or anybody. I didn't want the sympathy because there was no sympathy needed. I had a wonderful life with my mother. Then time went on, and it was this guy That was my first kiss. He has sent me a message just simple as hi, how you doing? And he had lost his wife, right? And I was like, I'm good. I was like, I don't like to do the texting. I'm older. I'm not a kid. I need to hear your voice. I need to hear if there's any shaking, any stuttering, muttering, or juddering. I don't do the little text stuff. And I said, call me. And he did. And that's my husband. That's my husband, my first kiss. My first kiss is my husband. That's marriage number 2. But it's also marriage number 1 because I feel good. You can't allow life to beat you down, people, circumstances, or whatever it may be. You got to focus and you got to move forward no matter what. And I know people always worried about not seeing the road ahead. But you can see the road ahead when you know that you're going to be good no matter what. You're going to be successful no matter what. Don't worry about how am I going to get there. You have to have faith that you can, you will, and that's it. You can, you will, and that's it. Plain and simple, you know? And that's a true story. And my daughter, she's a creator up here on TikTok. She's a creator up here on TikTok. She's a makeup, what do you call those people that put makeup on? And, you know, she has a lot of views. And if you're wondering, well, where's the grandbaby? She recently got him because I had never took custody legally of him or anything, even though I had him since he was a newborn. And I reported abuse on her and her boyfriend. One day she had gone out with my grandson. They came to visit him. And when he came back, he had bruises in places that I didn't like. And I reported her. And she got him back. So that's temporary. That's temporarily. You know what I mean? You got to watch things come full circle. And you have to be your own magic. And you have to use your power of discernment to do right or wrong. But you have to call in whomever you pray to for everything and allow things to be given. That's why I do right by people, even when people do wrong by me. I do right by people, right? I do. It's so important too, because I like to win. And that's the only way to win, is to do right. So keep that journal and allow that journal to line up. I often go back to my old journals just to see how far I've come and how I made it. It's so important to do so. But Pisces, you got it all. You got the sun, you got transformation, you got the Fool. You got it all. Make a wish. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I do personal readings. I did not ignore anyone that sent a message. I wear these. These are bifocals, right? That means bifocals you see in 3 different places. If I'm reading the cards, thank you, thank you. If I'm reading the cards, I have to hold my head a certain way to be able to read. I didn't have anyone online with me tonight. My little sister was up there. My husband was watching. However, I didn't get all your messages. I'm going to go back over them to see what was written. So I don't like for anyone to think that I'm ignoring them. I just couldn't see your messages. I wear glasses, and that comes with age, you know. I'm 52. That comes with age, but I won't be in these long. I'm going to wear them properly as I should. When I was younger, I used to wear glasses, but I would never wear them. I felt like I was too cute, right? And then when you don't wear what's needed, then your eyes get a little worse. They say if you wear them for a little while, guess what? Then you won't need them, you know? So I need them. I need them for day driving, night driving. I need them for everything, right? I need them. Thank you. Thank you for those flowers. Thank you. Everybody, thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the time. The most important thing is your time. My readings are long. I do personal readings on my website. If you go to the front of this TikTok page of mine and you click the link, it'll bring you straight over to my website. And I always tell people, make sure before you book a reading that you want a reading with me. Make sure you go over my entire website so that you can truly understand what I do, who I am. You know, I'm not your average tarot reader up here. Listen, I'm a root worker. I come from a long line of root workers. A lot of people, they fear that, but it's stupid to fear it because all we do, we work the root. We work the root as our families and forefathers have done for generations. I work with the elements. But read my bio to make sure I'm who you want, right? Because before I take a reading, I'm going to check you out and make sure that you are who I want, you know? And I've had people get mad when I've turned down readings. And that's because I have to. I have to protect my energy just as well as you should always protect your energy. I'm a psychic. I'm a medium. Listen, I do it all. But I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I send to you all nothing but love and light. Good night.